Sweet. All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm in the beautiful city of Gqeberha, which some of you might know as Port Elizabeth. In case you are not from South Africa, Port Elizabeth is now called Gqeberha. Beautiful, beautiful city. So I'm here for two reasons. One is that there is an orientation taking place. We've got a new cohort of students starting here in Gqeberha, and tomorrow we've got a graduation taking place. So the last year's batch is leaving, and this year's batch is starting. So you guys, we are getting new members in our IT varsity family. So I want to introduce you firstly to the facilitators. Let me just turn the camera. So we've got Soknabai and Kaylin. So Soknabai and Kaylin, we're going to be having a conversation about the new cohort. And don't know what happened there. Are you guys still seeing me? And there's your new friends, guys. This is the new IT varsity cohort. There's 9 brilliant young minds that are going to be joining this team. So you guys are going to see them on the Slack. They'll be coming up on the Slack, and they will also request that you give them access into the WhatsApp group. So these young people have been carefully selected to join our family. They are all very keen on software development as a career and web design. And they also, some of them have had experience with coding before. So it's quite exciting. So as part of the orientation, I started by talking to them about some of the things that you and I speak about in the webinar every week, which is that the idea at IT Varsity is not just to sort of let you pass some exams and then give you the boot with one certificate and send you off to go and fend for yourself. We aim for what we call a transformative learning experience. You know, everything we were speaking about earlier is transformative. Now, what is transformative learning? Transformative learning is this, that the person who starts with us this year and the person who finishes are two different people. So there's a different version of you that starts off and finishes, right? So you must be a much, much better version of yourself by the time you complete with us. So you might sit here with some doubts. Can I do this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can make it. I'm not sure I'm intelligent enough. I'm not sure if this is the right thing for me. But by the time you finish, you must be 100% certain. Then you might have some negative thoughts about life, about the world around you. You know, maybe some some fears about what's going to happen in your future. I want to replace that fear with confidence. I want to replace that doubt with certainty that I can do this. And this is what IT Varsity is all about. So the whole learning is designed in such a way that it will enable you to grow like that, to grow mentally. Because let me tell you something. I'm telling you guys, and I'm telling these guys that your biggest enemy and your biggest obstacle of all is inside your own head. Me, I got this white beard not because I'm that old. It's because of all the thinking that I put into why do people not succeed? And most people fail to succeed because it's all in their own heads. I can't do this. How many people I speak to that want to start a business, that just last week I was speaking to, sorry, I'm admitting people into the meeting. Last week I was speaking to, and I told you about this medical doctor who wants to start a business. And my simple question, Soknamai, was, why didn't you start? Nah, but you know, it's hard. You know, if you wanted it, you would have done it. If you really wanted to start, if you removed all that barriers and obstacles from your head, you would have started that business. But you kept on telling yourself, maybe not, maybe, forget all that. That's why I said, and I gave them instructions, and I'm giving you guys out there the same instructions. Take up a Koki pen and write on your bathroom mirror, the one that you see every morning. Right there, I can and I will. There's just that. I can and I will. 5 words that will change your life. Just write those 5 words and believe those 5 words. And whatever you think the obstacles are in your mind, remove them and get going. So this is part of what we do at IDFAS. This is the biggest part of what we do. We are not the biggest. We are small, but we want to be the best. We want to be the best because there is now a need in Africa to change education. It's pointless. I'm a university lecturer and a software engineer, right? The thing is, it's pointless that we are churning out young people with degrees every year, but they are unemployable. You know what unemployment stats are in this country. You are that unemployment stats. Why do you think that is the case? Why? The reason is that the education that you are getting is not relevant. Now, in 2007, I went on a spy mission to India, right? I went to see, why are these guys doing so well? Why does India dominate the tech industry? I mean, look at Microsoft and Google. Who are the CEOs? Guys from India. Look at Zoho, the CRM company, India. PepsiCo, up until recently, Indian. Why are these guys dominating? So I decided to go and see for myself. I decided to go and see. And it just happened that when I was in Bangalore, my host there was the ex-CTO of Sun Microsystems. Now, what is Sun Microsystems? Oracle, you guys heard of the software company Oracle, one of the biggest companies in the world. So Sun Microsystems was acquired by them. They are a company that creates servers for, when they say you got a website, you need to host your website on a server. These guys make those servers. Who's heard of Java, the Java programming language? These guys made the Java programming language. Sun Microsystems. That's who they are. And this guy was the CTO, the chief technical guy. Mr. Sheriff, his name was. So we the two of us went, we stayed at his home, but he had quit his job in America and he had come back to Bangalore and he had started a little school. And his school was a finishing school for software developers. Basically, if you went to university, you got a degree. And in India, by the way, a bachelor's degree is like metric. Everybody's got a bachelor's. Bachelor's degree, what is that? That's all. Now the guys are flying with PhDs there. That's how far they have gone. But this guy used to take people with computer science degrees and he used to train them to become pro software developers. Because it's a big jump, Sakramai. It's a very big jump from being, from completing your degree to being an actual software developer. By the way, guys that are out there, Saknamai and Kaylin are the facilitators here at our facility in Tebeka, and we are in partnership with this organization here called Do for SA. So they do all the work for us here in this part of the country, in the southernmost part of the country. So anyways, going back to India. So this guy used to take in people with degrees, train them into software development, give them experience, and then put them out into jobs. I said, this is how I'm doing it. And I went to a few. I went to Hyderabad, I went to Bangalore, and I saw they were doing the exact same thing. So I came back to South Africa, and I started doing the exact same thing, and that's what became IT Varsity. From my backyard, I was training people. I used to take, in those early years, I'm talking about 2010. Give me a second. There's so many of you joining. I'm talking about 2010. There was no place for you in IT Varsity. That time we didn't have the name IT Varsity. It was a finishing school for people with degrees. No degree? Sorry. Off you go, there's the door. But then we decided to change our business model. We decided that there's so many people, so many of you out there who don't have degrees but want to get into software development. And I personally started to become a believer that you don't need a degree to succeed. And so we got accredited. IT Varsity is accredited with QCTO, and we started inviting people without degrees. And this is how the whole business was born. This is how the whole idea was born. And we've only gotten better and better and better over the years. So what do you do at IT Varsity? Let me explain to you the learning. Now, those of you who are out there, you already had your orientation. You've had your orientation done virtually, but these young people are getting the orientation done physically because I needed to be here. Okay, so what do you do at IT Varsity? How does the learning work here? Simple. The learning works through doing. From day one, you start building your first app. You know, from day one, we don't waste time here. We don't say, well, get this book and open page 54 and start. No, sorry, we don't do that. You want that, go to university. You want a whole lot of books to read, you want to build apps, you come here, right? So from day one, you start building apps. Throughout the 1-year course, you will build about 20 to 24 apps in 1 year. Now, even professional developers can't do that. But we make you do that because it's intense. It's fun. And with every app you build, your confidence goes up. Your self-esteem goes up. Hey, I did this. And you don't just build that app and leave it on your computer. Sorry. If that computer gets stolen, what happens to your app? It's gone. That's not what we do here. You take that app and you upload it to a website called GitHub, right? GitHub is owned by Microsoft. It's a website, it's a repository. They call it a repository where developers store all the apps they build. And then you will be able to share that with anybody in the world. So we ask you to put it onto your CVs, onto your portfolio websites. I'll talk to you about the portfolio websites. And then, so when you send out that CV, the guy looking at your CV will say, hey, this guy, what's your name again? Sorry. Temi Kosi, this guy built this app, and he built this app, and he made that e-commerce solution, and he built that mobile app, and he built that Java app, and that Python. Wow, this guy is good. This guy is not talk. This guy is action. There's too many talkers out there. Companies don't want to see your piece of paper. They want to see that you can do the work. If you come and work for me at IT Varsity, and I need a web designer right now, don't tell me you got a certificate from Kaput or DUT or MUT. I don't care about that. I want you to build a website. Can you or can you not? Can't. Sorry. Goodbye. You understand what I'm saying? It's harsh what I'm saying. It might sound harsh what I'm saying, but that's the reality of the world of tech. We are under pressure as businesses. We need that website now. We need that app now. We need that software system now. We got no time for you to spend the next 6-7 months learning. You have to come with the knowledge. And that's why IT Varsity makes you do practice, practice, practice. You guys watch the movie Karate Kid? Anybody watch Karate Kid? The old one I'm talking about, not the new one with Jackie Chan. The old one with Pat Morita. Wax on, wax off. Huh? That's what I'm Mr. Morita over here. We give you practice, practice, practice. By the time you're done, you're dreaming of apps. You're dreaming of code. That's what we want from you guys, right? And so we put you through that. But not just that. Every week we have this webinar. Look, we have 26 people here, 26 people virtually, and then there's you guys. The rest of them, they watch it after the fact because they can't make it during the day. So most of our students are working out there. So we have this webinar where you and I can interact with each other. You can ask me questions. You can raise some of your concerns. See, nothing to hide here. You talk to the CEO every week. You got to complain. There's no complaints department. There's the complaints department. My face is your complaints department. You understand what I'm saying? I came from Durban to be here with you because I care for you. That's it. If you have a problem with how you're being treated at IT varsity, you're not getting the attention, your work is not being graded fast enough, your questions are not being answered fast enough, this is what I'm here for. You tell me, I will kick somebody on that side. No, I won't kick anybody. I don't kick anybody. I don't. But you get what I'm saying, figuratively speaking. So we have this webinar every week. So part of it is mine and your interactions. The second thing we do is we talk about anything new that's happening in the world of tech that's not covered in the curriculum itself. Like artificial intelligence is moving so fast, it's hard to keep putting that into the course because the course is we upgrade it once a year only. Every year, the course is updated. I mean, Malana, the first batch that did the 1 year course, and this new is completely different. It's a world of difference because every year we're improving. So that's the second thing we do. In the latest news updates, what's going on. The third thing we do is we bring in professionals. In fact, today there was somebody scheduled, a software engineer working out in Johannesburg, was scheduled to be our guest on the webinar. Why do we do this? To tell you about day in the life. What is the day in my life like? So you get to know what an actual software developer does. A couple of weeks ago, we had a Java developer, Mubini, his name is. This guy's been doing it for like 30 years. You know what? I'm good when it comes to Java. And again, I'm not saying this to be proud. I'm a very good Java developer. But this guy makes me look like an amateur. This guy is like a Jedi Knight when it comes to Java. He's that good. And guess who's the instructor? For those who are doing Java, all of you who are choosing Java, guess who's your instructor? Mubin. So I found this guy and I was so amazed with him. I said, Mubin, you have to come and teach my students. He owns his own company, Fingerprint Software. Look them up. And so he came, he spoke to my students. A couple of weeks before that, we had, guys, what was the lady from Take a Lot? Does anybody remember her name? Guys who are out there? Huda, that's right. So Huda from Take a Lot, she's the chief database administrator at Take a Lot, biggest e-commerce company in this country, probably on this continent. Well, they're going to be second biggest now that Amazon is around. So she came and spoke to the students. Now, what's great about that is you're not just going to learn what is life like for them, but you got to contact them. Now, everyone that attended has got Huda's email address. And so when they send their CVs, they're not sending it to HR department at Take a Lot. They got an inside man. you understand what I'm saying? So for the next whole year, we've got I think twice a month, booked out with professional IT people who are going to come and speak to you about their experiences, and you're going to be able to network with them, right? So we encourage you to network with them. Don't just listen to them. Ask them for the email address and then drop them an email. Hey, I'm Samantha from Tabecha, attended your webinar, loved it. I would love to come and work for you. I'll work for free also. I'll my feet every day also. I'm just kidding, right? Guys, you know, when I started working, my first software development job, I built one website for one organization in Durban, which you know, unpopular. Now they became, that time they were quite sharp. I did it for free, completely free. But through that, I sent that as my portfolio to a company in Johannesburg. And through that, I got my first interview. I got my foot in the door. So yes, I did the work for free, but the payoff was what? I landed my job. Now you guys are building that portfolio of apps that you are building. Show it. That's the next thing I'm going to tell you about. We guys are Auntie Huda. You guys are, you are growing, you are becoming developers, and you will be developing apps. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep it a secret. Tell the whole world. How many of you are on social media here? Which social media? Anybody on TikTok here? Do you follow me on TikTok? I don't like you. I don't like you. Please leave the room. Follow me on TikTok. Look for Bilal Khan on TikTok. Every day I give advice. I'm also on YouTube and on LinkedIn. Guys, when you do something, you achieve something, share it with the world, right? One of the things we require you to do is to have a LinkedIn profile. If you didn't hear of LinkedIn, it's like Facebook, but for professionals. Make sure there's a well taken photograph of yourself. Your profile is there. Share your work. You don't have to be a guru to share what you are doing. If you learned one thing, share that one thing. What companies are going to be looking for? And I spoke to HR agents and people who do the hiring in companies, recruiters. They said, we want to see their journey. We want to see their journey. So maybe you know very little. Sorry, tell me your name again. Siposetu knows very little about coding right now, right? And then as time goes, you are going to be learning and learning. So start by showing people, I just started my journey. I know nothing. I did a little bit of coding, no computer coding, and now I'm growing. People love that. People love that kind of story, zero to getting somewhere. And you might think nobody's watching, but trust me, people are watching. People are watching, and they are paying attention to what you are saying. You might see, okay, I put out my video, there's only 10 views. But how you know out of that 10, one person is not from Amazon, a recruiter from Amazon? I got a call the other day, an email. The guy said, I love this, your TikTok content, very educational. I like your thoughts on education. I'd like to meet. And I see on this guy's title, this guy's chief finance officer of one of the biggest companies in the country. I thought this must be a hoax. Can never be. When something is too good to be true, I say, okay, must be some scammer here. So I told my PA, set up a meeting, let's see what this guy has to say. Turns out it was true. I met this guy. Now they want me to come to Johannesburg and we'll talk about taking our business to them and what they can do and how we can help them grow their company, hire our students and our graduates. So this is the power of social media. Everybody is out there, but they are looking, right? Somebody is looking. And what's more is, I encourage you guys, even you guys online, share your content with me. I'm on TikTok. I'm on pretty much every platform. IT Varsity is on every platform. Tag us. We'll share that. I've got almost 60,000 followers on TikTok. Right? Every week I try to showcase one of my students' work, like the top submission for the week. I will showcase. So Unati's work was extremely good. I'll showcase that. And I'll say who this person is and how to contact him. So that when recruiters see that, they'll come straight to you. So that's the next thing. Put yourself out there. Keep talking about your accomplishments and your achievements, because that's what people want to see. Tell your story. You don't have to look like a expert, like a guru. You're not me. You haven't been coding. I've been coding for like 35 years now. You're not as good as me, but I'm not as good as the Java guy, the Java instructor. Our Python instructor, this guy is from India. This guy is young. His name is Shubham, the guy that teaches you Python. No, React. The Python guy is also young, but these guys are geniuses. I chose Jedi Knights to teach you guys. I'm not going to teach you. We're not playing here with your future. You understand what I'm saying? We're not messing around with your future. I find the best of the best. We're introducing a qualification in data science later this year. There's 2 instructors, both work for Walmart. They are data scientists at Walmart, one of the biggest retail companies in the world. And these guys are top notch. You get what I'm saying? We're not messing around. We're not bringing lecturers who teach from books who never look. I have respect for lecturers. I don't want to run anybody down. We're not bringing lecturers who have never developed an app in their lives. The kind of instructors we got for you are people who are hardcore. They know their stuff. These guys know their stuff. They are that good. And so that's how they instruct. Now, I work with them. And this is just by the way, right? I work with them to take their knowledge and make it into a course. Because my job is, although I'm a software engineer, I'm also now doing instructional design where I can design e-learning courses. So I take their knowledge and I codify that into a course. Right. So that's the next thing, right? Keep putting yourself out there. Keep promoting yourself. The fourth thing is, and this we do from module 1, we require you to start putting your CV together. See, by the end, you must have 3 things. You must have 3 things by the end. 1 is your CV, 2, your LinkedIn profile, and a professional LinkedIn profile. I say to all my students, look at my LinkedIn profile as an example. Follow me on LinkedIn, and I will guide you along there. So your CV, we give you a template for your CV. That CV must be ready with a beautiful picture of yourself. Get someone to go and take a photo of yourself. Don't go and take your photo in a dark alley where you look like you're about to rob someone. Take your photo here. This is such a beautiful, brightly lit room. I mean, if you got the light coming there, and don't take a selfie because anybody can see that's a selfie. Take a photo that is where somebody is holding the camera a bit of a distance from you, like, see, like this distance, crop it, put it on, and wear something that looks business-like. See how I'm dressed, put a suit coat on, maybe borrow one suit coat and all of you share it one day. But not yours. You are big. That guy is small. So what I'm saying is, make sure that LinkedIn profile is professional, right? Make sure it's professional. And third thing is your portfolio website. Now, what is your portfolio website? For every IT varsity student, we teach you how to build your own website. That website is your online CV. It's your online CV. So you build a website for yourself. You learn how to build it. It's a professional website that you built, but you put all your information there. Hi, my name is Lisa. This is who I am. This is what I do. Look at all my achievements at IT Varsity. And if you did any freelance work while you're studying, put it in there also. We give you free hosting for life on those websites. So we don't charge you for web hosting on that website. That portfolio website is what gets almost every one of our students who is employed. They got it through that portfolio website. You understand? CV everybody got, guys. But a portfolio website that showcases all the apps that you built, that's golden. That's golden in industry. That's what the industry wants to see. They don't want to see just one, I did one certificate. People are cleverer than that now. You get it? So that's the last thing, right? I don't know how many things I think I gave you 4 bits of advice. Okay, so let's take them from the top, right? First and foremost, go through the lessons. Don't rush through them. You got a year. If you need more time, tell us. Take your time. Do every lesson, do every exercise, do every app, build every app, and do it to the best of your abilities. Don't rush through it. This is not about passing exams. You're going to pass. You are going to pass. But do it to the best. It's for you. If you want to use artificial intelligence, use it, but you must know what is going on in the code. If I call you up into a Zoom meeting and I say, right, Unati, change the color of this text here. You say, but I don't know how to. No, sorry, go back and learn. Right? Do your best. The second thing is attend my weekly webinar. This is where I will be mentoring you, guiding you. I'll bring on other mentors. The third thing is your, what was the third thing? I think that was the fourth thing. Yeah. So the third thing was your, put yourself out there. Put yourself out there, your LinkedIn, correct. Have your LinkedIn profile. If you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Put it out there. Show the world who you are and what you are doing. Now you guys you left school and you are entering a new phase in your life now. You're entering a phase where you are becoming adults now, you're becoming professionals now. So make sure all your social media looks somewhat professional. Right? No more putting pictures of parties and things like that. Forget all that. Now you are professionals. It's for your growth. So the main one is LinkedIn, but also your other platforms. And finally, your portfolio website. Don't worry about that right now. By module 7, in module 7, you guys will do your portfolio website. But even there, the main thing is do the best you can. Just do the best you can. Go and steal ideas. Ideas are free out there. Go on look at other students' portfolio websites. Look at professional developers' portfolio websites and copy those ideas and make them yours. They're not going to come back and tell you copied my colors. Nobody's going to tell you that. It's yours. Companies will see that and you'll get that. You'll get that job. Right? And one more, the fifth thing, very important. You guys are already seeing how IT Varsity is different from everyone else. The fifth thing is we've got a partnership that I want to announce with a very big nonprofit organization based in Johannesburg. It's a recruitment partnership. They will take every one of you and place you into jobs. How cool is that? We don't do that internally. We try to do that internally, but that's not our forte. We're not strong on that. So we partnered with this organization, Malana, we'll talk about it. They've got hundreds of companies on their database, and they will place you into jobs wherever you want to be. So those of you who are here in PE, they will place you here. Now, let me tell you something. While you are studying, they might get you a position that doesn't pay you a cent. Don't go and demand money. Not yet. Sometimes you're just going to get an unpaid internship. That's fine. Accept it. Because that's your foot in the door. You're going to get experience there. And if you go in there and if you prove yourself, there's a good chance they'll hire you. Then some of you might get into fixed term contracts. What they say, what is a fixed term contract? Where they'll tell you, all right, we'll try you out for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. That's all. Don't demand more than that. Accept it. And some of you, if you are very lucky, you'll get a permanent placement. But usually the permanent placement happens after the fixed term contract, right? Once you got that, then your growth is starting. Then what you can say, the highway is open in front of you. Now it's time for you to grow. You got that? So we are this week, we're signing the MOU with this company, and every single one of your names is going to be submitted to them. And from day one, from module 1, they're already starting to place you guys. How's that? That's cool, isn't it? That's cool. So you'll study for 2 hours every day, and you'll work for 6 to 8 hours. Now, how are you going to manage time with your friends, time playing pool, time to go to the gym? I don't care. This is more important. You get what I'm saying? Guys, you're building a career now. Sacrifices have to be made. If you don't want to sacrifice, you want a student life, go to university. You can have fun over here. We're not about fun here, we're about serious work. You get what I'm saying? Because we want you to be the best of us. And ultimately, if you are the best, oh, this is so cool. Okay, I'll talk to you about that. See, listen to me. If you are the best, then we become the best. Is that right? What is our only testimonial? Can I go and tell the whole world that college is so good when every one of my students is failing. But if every one of you goes out and becomes a champion in their spaces, then that's a reflection on us. You get what I'm saying? And ultimately, I come back to something which I told you at the start, that you guys are not, you are not alone, in a sense that you are not just responsible for yourself, you're responsible for others, right? You are sitting here today because so many people's efforts brought you here. When you were born, till the time you are here, there were people who made it possible for you to be here. And right now, it's these guys, do for SA, Maulana, they, and these two lovely ladies here. They are the ones who selected you and allowed you to come sit here. Pay it back, and pay back the future of your communities also. There are young people out there who are destined to go into wrong things, to go into alcoholism and drugs and crime and things, but they look at you as a role model. And they'll say, no, I want to be like this guy. And I don't want to do all that. Be that to them. Get it? You get what I'm saying? Okay. Guys, I got such a lovely request from your fellow students here. Rumeisa says she wants to talk to you. She's also a student. I think Rumeisa is in module 4 or 5, and she wants to have a chat with you. Rumeisa, before do you guys want to say something to them and to them, being facilitators here? Yeah.
Well, first of all, welcome to Do For SA, welcome. For a whole year, we, including you guys, will be one big family. We just want to let you guys know that, yes, this is coding and it sounds very hectic, but you guys, each and every one of you can, each and every one of you digitally, physically, all of you are in this course because you can. We saw it in you, we just need you guys to see it also. Me and Glennon are here if you guys need anything, coding wise and anything else. We haven't met you guys yet, but we wish to. We hope we will one day. And all we would like to say is all the best from our side. Please utilize this opportunity that you are getting. Please, this is very important. It's an amazing course. It's wonderful. You will learn a lot. But yeah, that's the journey. We'll talk more as the year goes on.
Fantastic. You guys online, can you hear that? Did you hear that? Kaden, you want to?
Okay, so I'm just going to add on to what May said. Welcome guys, nice to have everyone here. But yes, please utilize the opportunity. It's a really good course. You're going to enjoy it a lot. And I wish you guys all the best.
Fantastic, phenomenal stuff. Azra, Rumeisa, are you ready? Switch on your camera. Fantastic. They gave you guys thumbs up. It's fun, right? We've got a mix of students. Okay, Rumeisa is ready. I don't see you on camera. It's better if they see you, even though it's a small little. Okay, go for it, Rumeisa.
Morning. Sorry, I think I'm having a bit of trouble with my camera because I'm actually doing it from my phone. But morning, everybody. I'm really happy I get to speak to you guys, and I'm going to keep it short and sweet. But I think the main thing I can tell you as a student is the difference that IT Varsity makes is extremely, extremely impactful. The main thing that IT Varsity focuses on, and I can say from experience, is they prepare us to be students that are employable and exceptional in the field. And something that is significant, I think, is what we're doing right now is one of the things is we do every week is a webinar, and it's impactful. It helps us with our personal growth. It just gives us a sense of community, and that alone is extremely supportive. And it gives us so much help, especially you might think because it's all online, we don't have a community and support, but that is far away from the truth. Students ourselves, we talk a lot on WhatsApp, and we talk and make conversation and help each other out. So that is a very big point. And I just also want to touch on, I'm sure Mr. Bilal himself has gave you guys some of the information of the things that we do and how the modules work. And one of the main things is we create an e-portfolio. And that alone gives us a bigger upper hand compared to the other universities, because we are showing and rather than telling what we can do, and we are gaining experience. So you're going to be building an e-portfolio of systems that show the world what you can actually do. And that's a perfect example of what IT Varsity gives us to put out into the world. So I hope that encourages you guys a little bit. And I can assure you, if you do choose to join IT Varsity, it would be one of the best decisions that you could ever make. So thank you, guys.
Fantastic. Thanks, Rumesa. They're not deciding. They've already decided. They're already part of our
great.
family.
Great.
And you'll see them on the Slack group coming up over the next few days. Guys, anybody wants to have a few words, maybe speak to new family members here? Thanks for that, Rumesa, by the way. I lost the chat. You guys can still hear me, right? Okay, Tawfiq wants to say a few words. Go for it, Tawfiq.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Well done, guys. I'm Tawfiq. I'm currently on module 9. I can't wait to meet all of you guys, and just some words of encouragement. Guys, in the next year, you're going to push yourself to a whole nother level. You're going to see that you will start to become like a magnet. Opportunities are just going to come left, right, and center. Yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to meet you guys, and I hope to chat to you all soon. Thank you.
Fantastic. Tawfiq, which part of the world are you in?
Cape Town.
Cape Town. Okay, not bad. Rumesa is in Durban, if I'm not mistaken, right? Rumesa, you're in Durban. Yeah. So, guys, we're gonna leave it at that. And once again, welcome. You can see this is a family. You think I asked these people to speak, but they did. I didn't ask them. They wanted to speak to you on their own behalf. But you'll notice that on our Slack group, on our WhatsApp group, there's a lot of support. So you've just joined a family. You didn't just join an institute, right? And we are here to help you. If you're having any issues of a personal type, speak to Caitlin or Kaylin. There's a Caitlin in Durban, there's a Kaylin here. And say you need to speak to a counselor. And we'll be there for you. We'll arrange for a very private conversation that you can have with a counselor. Look, we've had students with serious personal issues like domestic violence and things like that. So we understand that we are all human beings. We're not machines here, and things happen. So if there are any difficulties, talk to us. Just talk, because we can only help you if we know that something is wrong. You know, there was this one young lady, and I'll conclude on this. She was doing well, and she was from a cohort of about 250 young ladies that we were training. And one day she just disappeared. Like online, but see, even though you guys are online, we are tracking, right? So Noltando, Caitlin, they track. And if they see one day you just suddenly don't pitch up, then they flag you and they'll tell us. So we couldn't find this young lady anywhere. And so we knew that there was another student in the same area. So we asked her to go and find out what happened. She was doing well and suddenly she disappeared. And so this student came back and told us the most horrific thing. She was almost raped. She was attacked, physically attacked, attempted rape. And she was messed up, physically, emotionally, she was messed up. And she couldn't even come out of a house, come out of a room. That's how bad it was. So we had to, we arranged for counseling for her. And within a few weeks, she was back on track, thank God. She was back on track and she graduated. You know, now if we didn't do that, if Noltando and Caitlin were not tracking and were not flagging these kinds of issues, we wouldn't have known. So guys, whatever problems you have, we are part of a family. Let us know. We are here for you. We are here to support you because we want you to be the best of the best so that we can be the best of the best. Thanks a lot, guys. You're excited. Those of you online, thanks for joining us. And I'll catch you again next week. Once again, apologies for changing the time to 12 o'clock. It's usually 11 o'clock on Wednesdays. But today, because I was traveling here to Gqeberha, I had to change it to 12 o'clock. Next week, we return back to the normal time. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.